Shalom. I want to start off by giving all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh Bashim Yahushai. Double honor to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Peace and salutations to the hopefully elect. And I'm doing this lesson because as I was watching the Elder Yashawamba's video of the image of the beast, I just happened to scroll past on Instagram real quick, and this is what I see. Now we speak on how the image, part of the image of the beast, how it is speaking, is through what? Through Esau's philosophies, right? Now this is what you see how it is speaking. So let's get this real fast. Go to the book of Revelation, chapter 13, verse 15. And he had power to give life into the image of the beast, that the image of the beast should both speak, and it's caused that cause that as many as would not worship the image of the beast should be killed. Okay, and a part of this, how you see it speaking all over again, how it once did in Rome, because this is America's the second leg of Rome, is pushing this another wicked philosophy. Okay, so this goes into, it says Tennessee passes a transgender sports bill requiring students to prove their gender at birth in order to play in middle and high school sports, right? And it says, and this is how people are taken by the image of the beast. A couple comments. It says, that is terrible. Eligibility shouldn't be determined by gender. It should be determined by skill, right? Another one, this is the most ridiculous thing. Just have sports. No girl or boy sports, but person sports. My tits didn't make me good at volleyball, right? And it says, finally, people are getting out of this delusion. You can't deny fact and science just to be inclusive. There are other ways around this issue. Life is about fairness. Apply it in sports in all aspects of life, right? So basically, while you have these people egging and cheering on that, you know, everything should be equal, everything should be fair. You know, if a trans man, okay, believes that he's a trans woman and he cuts off his body parts and he wants to play a woman's sports, he can do so. And the same thing with a woman, right? Now, we know scientifically, and it's a fact, and it's proven that the woman is the weaker vessel, okay? Now, on this lesson, we're just going to do it in a physical from a physical standpoint, right? Let's go to the book of weaker. All right, so this is 1 Peter chapter 3, verse 7. It says, likewise, ye husbands, dwell with them according to knowledge, giving honor to the wife as unto the weaker vessel, and as being heirs together of grace of life, that your prayers be not hindered. All right, but I'm just, speaking on the aspect and the standpoint of, the woman being the weaker vessel. Okay, so I also, when the scriptures talks about of binding the strong man, okay, because when you're able to bind the strong man, okay, you're able to get all the spoils once he is binded, okay, and he knows through the leadership, through the household being ran by the man, it would be more structural fit, okay. So this is the reason why he set up the different movements as woman's lib, okay, feminism, welfare, these things to ultimately destroy the Israelite families, which are your so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, and destroy destroy the families, okay, from the inside out, okay. And how did he do that? And how did he start? Well, he did that by starting with destroying the man, okay, the man of the house, and what? Uplifting the woman, which is of whom? The weaker vessel. Let's get that real fast. Bind the strong. All right, it's the book of Mark, chapter 3, verse 27. It says, no man can enter into a strong man's house and spoil his goods, except he will first bind the strong man, and then he will spoil his house. Okay? And this is what you are seeing in the present day modern life of America, Babylon the Great. right? You're seeing nothing but spoiled homes, okay? Broken homes. Just as America is broken, you're seeing broken homes amongst whom? Majority of the Israelites, okay? And they have done this by the way of biting the strong man first, all right? So getting back to the point how we see the image of the beast speaking and how these people are taking hold onto the image of the beast, okay, the different ways of the image of the beast, how it is speaking. So when we deal with, I got a few, let's go pull up a few articles, okay? Because, let me see, I remember seeing this a while back. Transgender, breaks. Boom, yeah, this is the one I seen, right? So not only are they breaking records in these different schools, these men lining up and playing women's sports, but this is one I seen a while back. This one is this is schools, MMA. Let's go to this. Let's go to this one, right? It says, when transgender fighter Fallon Fox broke her opponent's skull in MMA fight, this was in 2014. It says, Fox was challenging Tamika Brents at CCCW Capital City Cage Wars events, where the 45-year-old fighter brutally defeated her American opponent. The fight lasted just over 2 minutes after the referee was forced to halt the contest. Brents received staples to her head and also suffered a concussion. She was overpowered by Fox to an extent that even the orbital bone inside her skull was fractured. Okay? You see? The transgender MMA fighter Fallon Fox beat her female opponent, Tamika Brents, so severely that he suffered broken her skull because physically, naturally, scientifically, however you want to put it, guess what? You cannot beat a man. 99.9%. If a man goes up against a woman, he is going to win. Okay? And this is from, I believe this is from a woman. You see, yep. She says, I have fought a lot of women and I have never felt the strength that I have felt in a fight as I did that night. Why? Because you were fighting a man. And this is what you see these people that are in tune and worshiping the image of the beast, the madness that they are basically egging on, but they are not understanding of what takes place when this happens. When you think of I have seen different, not seeing of watching, but the articles of different races, okay, different relay races or whatever the dash and the meter races that they've been having. I just showed you an example of the MMA. Okay, if it goes for boxing, if it goes to football, if it go to basketball, the men will dominate. Okay, will completely dominate. Because what your stance is, okay, how about you get the weakest NBA team? Okay, the NBA team with the worst record, right? And put them up against the best WNBA team, okay, that has the best record. Guess who's gonna win? The men. And it's the same with the women football, same with the men and women soccer, and all these other competitions you want to put them against. And if it's a physical sport, the man is going to win. The men are going to win. Okay? But see, these are what these people fail to realize of what's taking place of when you say that shouldn't be based on gender. It should be based on skill. You are outskilled compared to the men. Not saying you don't have, great women in these different great women that are competitive. I'm not saying that there aren't some of them. But when you got to line them up of a group of men and a group of women and playing a physical contact sport, the men are going to win. Volleyball, football, baseball, soccer, MMA, boxing, whatever you want to do. The men is naturally stronger, okay? But these people, they're so worried about this fairness and gender equality, but that they are not seeing the bigger picture of what's going to take place. Okay? Do you think this woman, Tamika Brents, is ever going to do that again? Absolutely not. No matter how big the purse is, guaranteed she will never go back in the ring and fight a transgender man again. You know what I'm saying? A transgender man who calls himself a woman. I guarantee she'll never do it again. Let's read this again. I have fought a lot of women and have never felt the strength that I felt in a fight as I did that night. I can't answer whether it's because she was born a man or not because I am not or not because I am not a doctor. I can only say I never felt so overpowered ever in my life, and I am abnormally strong. And I am an abnormally strong female in my own right. Her grip was different. I could usually move around in a clinch against other females, but I couldn't move at all in Fox's clinch. Why? You were afraid to say that because she or he, okay, was born a man and trans into a woman. At the end of the day, those natural capabilities, those physical attributes that that person still have is there. No matter if they say they're a woman or not, it is still there. You cannot reverse that. Even if you just don't work out, it's still there. Okay, but I just wanted to point out and show you that, you know, how the image of the beast is this is just a part how the image of the beast is speaking through his philosophies, man. Okay. And, you know, this went back of, you know, with her saying it's, how Ronda Rousey claims she can KO Fallen Fox, right? Well, you see what, I believe it was Cyborg, right? I forget the woman's name, Cyborg. She says, she said something at, I forget the woman's name, but I know she was a champion. I believe her name was it Molly Holmes or Cyborg? Well, one of those two UFC fighters of the women's crushed Ronda Rousey. I'm talking about crushed her to the point where she ended her career. So how much more if she was to fight Fallen Fox? He will bust her upside the head too. You see what I'm saying? So what these people are, you see the agenda that is being pushed and how these people are basically sponging up the image of the beast. These people are through, man. Okay? Because these people ultimately they worship the image of the beast. And we know already they're gonna receive the mark. We already know. So I wanted to touch on that through the spirit. Lord willing, hope it was edifying. Shalom.